For text completion, we can stream the tokens as they're being generated. But what about function call? We have to wait for the entire JSON to be generated to work with it. In this tutorial, we'll see how we can use those intermediate JSON to construct a partial yet valid output class and send that back to the frontend for an intuitive user experience. We're going to build this diagram generator for this tutorial. By utilizing the partial JSON from the function call, we can show the diagram while it's being built rather than waiting for the entire diagram to be built first. GitHub repo for this tutorial is linked in the description. First, we'll see how to do structured data extraction using LlamaIndex pydantic program. I'll be using a custom program mode, which is a wrapper around the built-in one, in which I've just added a function for partial parsing. First, we set up the prompt template for diagram generation. Then inside the API handler function, we extract the topic of the diagram from the request data. Then we create the pydantic program, passing in our desired output class and the prompt that we created earlier. For the output class, it consists of a list of nodes and edges for the output diagram. Next, inside the event generator function, we call the stream partial object method, passing in the topic. This returns a generator of partial objects, each one being a valid instance of our output diagram class. Then we send each of those partial objects to the front end. I've explained this part in my previous tutorial. That one will be linked down below as well. Now in the front end, inside page.tsx, we render the diagram section component. Inside the component, we first call the useCompletion hook from Vercel AI SDK to get the state variables. The most important one being the data variable, which contains all the partial diagrams sent from the backend. Now, whenever this data variable changes, we set the diagram variable to be the most recent partial diagram. Then we have the input component to take the topic input. And finally, we use the diagram vis component to render the diagram. And now we have an amazing diagram generator that shows us the diagram being built in real time.